Hello, Emma. That was a quick one. Oh my God, I said thank you. Hey, I want to show you. I got that far with the 90s inspired hat, and as you can see, I have stitched. You can actually see the difference. But unfortunately, Emma, I broke the needle. Um, so I just need to. I don't have. So, and today we are going to make roses. Yeah, oopsie. So, yep. But that's how it went like this. I was actually asked, hello, Sue. Oh, good morning. And I'm sorry for your loss. And thank you for coming by. It is grateful to see you. I have been sending love for you. So, actually, I was asked if you could avoid that. Of course, if you have a whole piece like this. But as you know, this is made out of a cereal box. So, but yeah. It is tough to lose somebody you have been used to be there for a lot of times. Not a lot of time, but for a long time. Um, so, uh, as you can see, I have already prepared for these petals, and I don't know a pattern. I mean, you just make something like that. Yeah, let me start. Not red roses, but I'll show you with the colors I actually got now. So my heart are absolutely with you. So, but I hope so you are keeping your head up. So, as I know, it has been very long time I have seen you. So, but I'm grateful you are here, and yeah, I sometimes I get lost for words. Sorry. Um, I have also made these. These are the green leaves for my roses, and as as you can. Oh, so oh, that's the hardest part. That is. to. I still have things from my father, my adopted father, that I haven't had time to sort of go through it. Sadly, that is the hard bit about it. So, as you remember, these are old matches. Chopper used matches when he light his cigarettes. So I actually told him to save them for me because I actually use them. And what we are actually needing is 6 outer paddles. There's 6 here and 1 center part. What I'm doing here, you can either stitch them or glue them. I would prefer you can sew them like this here. I have a very short time for being here, and you simply roll them like this. The beneficial is because then you have something to hold to. You might later on remove the sticks from it, but what you're doing is simply I was talking about when I did my hat, as you can see here. I don't know if Sue saw it. Maybe some black and blue, like that color I'm wearing. You probably can't see it, but roses and some ribbons. I have challenged Vanessa to make one as a steampunk. And she has, yeah, she has accepted my challenge about making one out of, and hello Souls Craft. Oh, Emma, it was simply because it is doing the entire now. Emma, it is because it has been such a long stream. So it has taken a longer time for it to upload. I was checking onto it. And it got all the 9 hours now. So yeah, and you of course welcome to just skip. So it's good to see Zoe. So as you can see, you are actually rolling like this. I use a little thick version of wood glue. when you actually like, you can also use, of course, a fabric glue, or you can choose to use a thread and secure them. And you're simply shaping. No, Emma, it is these very cheap cloth. It is actually viscose filled. You know, I don't even know if, yes, I do. I'll fix it. I'll show you what it is I'm using. It is the same that you actually use. You normally buy them as yellow. Sometimes you can actually buy it in. Yeah, it is viscose filled. That I'm doing. As you can see, you are then shaping the rose like this. I have a unopened. No. This is because I I am dyeing yarn. When I dye yarn, yes, to chamois cloth. Yes. That's what it is. And here in Denmark, you can actually get them in white and light pink and light blue. And whenever I sort of dye yarn, there's always a left dye in the water. So to sort of, take advantage, I take these chamois cloth and simply, flush them in very hot water, and then I simply dye them. Yeah. So, so, but here in Denmark, we can actually buy them also in a variety of colors. About the leaves, you can actually see I take half of it with glue like this. And we need 3 of them. Oh, that is so wonderful. And Sue, I have not forgotten you. I am going to tell you, you are not forgotten. The latest problem is we don't have a post service that actually functions. So, hello, Joey, and congratulations with your 1,500 supporters. You are going to be a very big channel, if not already. That is so great to see. So what I have done here is, of course, as you can see, I have glue on half of it. So what you're doing here is put it like this, and as you know, like this, around here. And as you can see, the size is almost perfect for the rose. Like this. You can also stitch them on if you want that. But here it is, the rose. If you want, you can actually take this off cut this off, and you can actually close it into here without the stick. So that's what we are going to do. Of course, if you want some bigger, for a vase, you take a longer stitch, and what you're actually doing is you're covering up here like this and close it up like this. And as you can see here, now this is not the color for this hat, but these are the flowers or the roses I simply got on the way I have made the white one. And this is how they actually are made, these roses. But here we talked about a blue color, perhaps that color, and some black color. We have a dark blue here, dark marine, perhaps, instead of black. This is actually made out of an old sweater. You can actually use any material that is not, flushing. So even, I mean, this fleece, blanket fleece, or anything else. But in this case, this is also this chamois cloth here. So let's go make one more. And I have, of course, cut a lot of colors, but I found out the red color is easier for you to see. So let's do it again. Shall we? So we'll take 7 of the red one for the center. And when you're actually making a rose, I was told when you make flowers, flowers always have like an uneven numbers of petals to it. I was lucky I found a hole in the time here, so I could sort of show you how to make these roses we are going to use for the hat. You are, of course, going a little higher up here. So not so much talking today. I don't think that's a great idea for me. I have accidentally sort of, speak the truth a little too much. So people don't like to be confronted with the truth, and definitely not something that they might not see. And sometimes you really have to be careful, because some people only hear what they want to hear. And sometimes if you explain something, it's okay. So, I mean, and sometimes, people are sort of feeling, that you are talking. Oh, yes, yes, yes. So it's so sad when people, I mean, think so low about themselves, or sort of get insulted just because you are explaining something. And the minute you sort of go off, you are sort of, blocked, and you are, I mean, drama bitch sort of noticed. Um, yeah. So, oh dear. But I don't care. I mean, if I say things as things are. Yeah, DT. Okay. So that means you can buy them, and they are very easy to dye. Yes. So, and yeah, and you can, of course, the beneficiation is you can make yellow roses. Um, and pink. I know you can have them in pink too, light pink. Um, these dark red I have dyed myself, and we can have them in light blue, green, and sometimes they even make flowers on them. And Emma, I'm also told that I'm talking too much. And yeah, so, or actually, it was not talking, it was sort of blah, blah, blah bullshit. So, but I feel even more wonders that, I mean, why these poor people. Yeah, it's okay. Oh, yeah, Dollar Tree. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you know what? Sue, our tiger do exactly the same. And sometimes our big supermarkets, and you know what? You can't find anything. And sometimes I get really, oh, Emma, I'm so sorry. Hope you're feeling better soon. Oh, I thank you so much for coming by the same day you sort of just got home from New Year's. As you can see, they are like that. Now I have actually cut it down here. I hate to when people are, you know, keep moving their groceries, I mean, things around, because I am one of these persons that sort of like to get fast in, fast out, and have what I need. And that means I don't like I have to go the entire store just to have my, usual things. Um, so it is very, very not often I sort of leave my house. Yeah, I do for walking, but I stick to these that don't move around a lot of the things. Again, here you start by covering up here, down here. And as you can see, that should fit almost like this. And you sort of put them like this and close them up here. The reason why we are doing this, you can also leave some of the here, and if you want to have them in what we call this for flowers, you can actually, and if you want to make these, as I showed you, I make these pity banks look like a flower pot. I am going to show you what I'm actually making of these roses. So I'll just lift up a little bit. So it is early morning for you girls to come by. Let's see here. First of all, I want to show you that I make these. This is actually, it has fallen off, but as you can see, this has been for hair cream, and in here I sort of keep my spare. And you know what, sometimes it can be a little suspicious that you have like this, but in that minute you sort of camouflage them like this, and you have like just a flower decoration. Often they don't think about this is actually money. So it has been for hand cream that I cleaned. Another thing is that I have made is this. As you can see, this is also actually a pity bank. As you can see, I have cut like this. This is an old tobacco can, and this is actually firm to it, but since it has this lid, as you can see, I've glued it to the lid like this, and you got the chains in here. Again, you can have them. Yeah. So, and even in my real pot plant, I have these pity banks, and you can make all sorts of designs to make these. I have also made like a taller one. I will show you. As you can see, I have also made it like this. If you don't want a big fancy one, you can also make a very simple one like this. And of course, you do know something is in here, but it can also just be, any kind of stuff. This is also piggy bank, one of the first I made. And as you can see, for the top part, I had one of these old spools from sewing thread, and some of them is, this one is actually an old empty, that's why I saved these glue sticks. When they're sort of empty, I sort of clean it out and use them as a stick, and then I simply make a crown of flowers, roses, like this, and cover this in felt, glue it on, and make these fake pot plants or pity banks like this. These are actually made in Hus Forbi colors. Our colors for our homeless paper is actually black and yellow. Oh, thank you, Emma. So that's actually how you can use these roses for a lot of things. I'll put them back where they belong. And this is actually the top from one of them. As you can see underneath here, I have a blue one. Camouflaged. As you can see, this is a bigger one. This is actually from a thread spool. And again, I have shaved it, so you can actually place it on top of it. And you have these roses. What I'm then doing is I simply color them like this. And nobody actually think about this is actually underneath is a piggy bank container. And as you can see, this is also a decoration idea. I use these for my Eliza basket. Unfortunately, the handle got smashed. So what I'm going to do is I am going to give it a new handle, and to fix it here. You can also, I mean, put it on. I have a loose one here. Use them when you have made one of these. These are also one I have made out of these newspaper braided. One I have painted. So with me, I use a lot of these roses, as you can see. Hvad vil du gerne købe, skat? See, to make these, you can either use glue gun, or in this case here, as you can see, I have ready-made. One just jumped on the floor, but I do have some black ones. What you're actually doing, you are gluing them like this, and then it will actually shape itself to around like this. So you get this like a flower sphere out of it, like this. But these are leftovers roses, you know. Sometimes I make a lot, and this is actually made out of, you know, from the same felt as what I'm wearing here. And these were actually the colors we sort of talked about for the hat here that we made. And somehow the black one. Yes, you do that, Emma. You take care. It was nice to see you too, Emma. And you, yes, please sure to rest well. Love you, sweetheart, and your kind heart. So these are also the colors we talked about here. There's more space on the floor, as we talked about. As Elizabeth, my soul sister, says, our own Scrappy Lizzie, it can't fall further than the floor. So, yeah. So the question is, as you can see, I want to show you. This is the one I made here, like this. And these are, of course, the roses we talked about to show you how to make these. So we are going back to the roses. This was just some pretty ideas how you can actually use to make the roses. And you can sort of make, yeah, I think so, the black and gray, Sue, would look really good to it. So So that is what I am going to do now, make a lot of roses. But I do have them. I just need to cut the petals of the blue. This is some I have for if I need to show off something. So I'll go back down here. Hello, Janet and Janet, yes, and we have Zoe. I don't think we have Joey. Yes, we did have a Joey and a Zoe. So good to see you. So we are going back to the roses. Oh, yes, I do have Sue. Yes, I have a black shiny ribbon that has to go around it. But I am not going to decorate it today because I was, as you can see, the last finish is to stitch it here. But my fine needle that I actually use for it just broke on me yesterday. So I still need to sort of make it a nice edge here. As you can see, it is still open. So what I'm doing is stitching with very small stitches. So I need to fix that first. And then I am going to make the roses. I have, and then I like to make, sort of a load of them. So, and find a ribbon. And we are going down here again. To the table. I think we can have some more red roses. I have for, as you can see, white roses. I can make light blue. I got this color. As you can see, I have different colors here. Yeah, yeah, I need. Also because it is a craft project, so I just need to buy some new ones. Actually. So, yep, what we are going to do again here is take my glue. It is opened, of course it is. And I'm so happy that Chopper is saving his burned matches for me. And that is also why people ask me, why do you hoard everything? I mean, I hoard everything. And I said because I actually use them in my craft projects. That's what I'm doing. We need 7 of these. So, so what we are actually having is 7 petals for one rose, and we glue it with, I'm using wood glue, but you can also use a fabric glue. And of course, you can also use any kind of fabric, or like these fleece blankets. If you have an old fleece blanket or anything that's, hello Soto. Ah, and very good to see you. So as you can see, we are doing the roses for the, yes, I really did put a long marathon. It is not going to be a marathon today, I can assure you. So I know a lot of people actually keep having these marathons, but now I got mine. And oh my goodness gracious me. People can really, really, I don't know, I sort of may have a way to bitch some people off, because I really got some nasty emails for it, but never mind. So I better do that to make a shorter video where these poor people that are going to see me, I mean, not has to listen to me. Some actually was so kind to suggest that instead of me speaking, yeah, that I should play some music instead, because I don't like to be confronted with what real life is. So yeah, but I am not sure it is going to be in one of my streams. And if you don't, want to listen to me or see me, yeah, that is your choice. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm good at it because I tell people the truth and they don't want to hear it. And I have my opinion on things. They don't like it because I don't want to follow the crowd. I do my own life, and I am so tired of people telling me what not to save. Yeah, I mean, if you don't want to listen, they can just mute it, or nobody says you actually has to look at, I mean, the 9 hours. You can sort of, fast forward. I mean, so, and I do it with the materials I got, and I am really happy about it. So, and if people tell me you have to make this, you have to do that, and you can do this, and I say no, and they get pissed on me because I refuse to sort of do what they say I have to do and what I have to make. And I said, you know what, if I want I'll ask for advice, but don't expect me to sort of live your life or follow your way. And people are also asking me why don't you just go down and buy these braided baskets? I mean, this is totally, nonsense to sit and make them out of old newspapers. And I'm like, yeah. Ah, and it's sad, but That's how it is. Can you see how it's turning around here? Um, as you can see, you're making them very tall. You can also, of course, make them smaller, but then you will need what you're actually doing. You're cutting off the excess like this, but it is a good idea to have these to keep it like this. So back to the lead petals here. You can also make them into a tree. Oh, yeah, I mean, yes, these magazines, it is very good quality paper for making these baskets. So yeah. I mean, and it is so that I mean, I find it very satisfying that you can actually make something beautiful out of I mean something that normally is a waste product for some. Never mind. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I am cutting too. I mean, I keep cutting, and when I sort of, as I told you, I sort of sit and roll them, and I do it after Chopper is Chopper is here, actually, because Chopper is the one. Oh yeah. uh, yeah. Oh, you did? Yes. I mean, you can't have too many of this. Yeah. Oh yes, me too, Janet. Yeah. I mean, and you know what? You yeah. So, but I am going to show you later some. Yeah. So, but I am going to show you, and I am also going to post some links for you girls, so you can actually see different patterns. Yeah. Now there's 7 here. So, and how you can actually make them like, like a Cecil, I mean, the pattern from a wheel deal, as I call them. Yeah. Thank you. And this is like a Bordeaux. This is the real, I mean, it's a red, but 2 different shades. This is a darker red than this one. So, and as you can see, I simply just cut it like this. Here, it is a little not uneven because they're acyclic, to give it a better flair. And sometimes you have to be careful not to get it too symmetric. I'm using 7 petals. The first one I am rolling very tight, so I have 7. I use 7 petals in each rose. Ja, Miause. Hvad, Miause? Hvad så? Og så kom der. Så kom. Ja. Og så kom der, Miause. Hvad? Jamen, kom op med det. Kom så. Jamen, du kan godt. Det kan du godt. Du kan godt springe det lille stykke der, det kan du godt. Det kan du. Kom så. Yes. Miau, miau, skat. Kom så, kom, skat. Kom så. Kom så. Ja, der kan du bare se. Du kunne godt. Det kan du bare se. Du kunne godt. Ja. Det kan du da bare se. Ja. Det kunne da godt. Hva? Ja. Yeah, she's here. My little princess next to me. So, no. Yeah, you can use that too. Oh yes, the queen. I mean, she's behind me here. She's right there, the little queen. So, yeah, the queen has arrived. So, but you can also use a string or any other materials. But florin, yes, is a good thing too. And as you can see, I am hopefully, you can actually see, no, you can't see what I'm doing. As you can see, I simply roll them. Good morning, Lynn. Like this, the first one is rolled like this. Then you simply take them like this and roll them a little, uneven like this, because that give it a little like this, fluff to it, and here, and I'm actually closing up for every time I have an opening, so to sort of twist it around. Okay, yeah, you can also do that, Sue. That's a great idea too. And also I know we have different ways to do things, and sometimes what works for me, it doesn't work for another. Then I think it is important to find your way of doing it, the way you feel that fit yours. Um, and of course, if you cut the, yeah, yeah, crepe paper, tissues, you just giving up. Yeah, exactly, Sue. I mean, it is how you can do it. And I like to see yes, those are chamois cloths I'm using here. This one I have dyed. Then when I do my yarn dyeing, I keep have some extra dye in the bucket. I simply take these chamois cloth and dye them. Yeah, exactly, Soto. I mean, exactly. And I keep telling people, you know what? I am lucky and so happy if I can inspire somebody. Yeah, and then you find your way to do it, experiment and try. That's the best thing to do it. Yeah, it is. They look like felt flowers, but they're made of these chamois cloth. Um, so I know I'm making them, but it has never been satisfying for me because I mean I sit so far away. So that's why I sort of invented this. As you can see, now I got the rose like this. And again, father had not this color, but these are the roses we sort of put on like this as on the white hat. These are going to have the deep marine or gray and black um, roses we have sort of filled up, but these are the roses like this that you sort of put around here, but this will have a blue, a green, a navy blue sort of colors. But I am going to wait, of course, to show you how to decorate it. But I was thinking you might like to see how, in a close-up, how I make these. And how I made this is, if you are seeing my marathon. Hello, Turtle Creative. Yes, Sue. No, exactly, Lynn. I mean, it is very difficult to see, and it is absolute cheaper to use than wool filled. So now I want to make a light blue, and I got 7 here. So these are actually one of the natural colors that this shaman cloth come to here, and like the white here, we can get them in white, light blue, yellow, pink, light pink like this. We can get it in heavy pink, and as you can see, I have a lot of left color range to it. So I even have, I think, for a blue one, a darker blue. I only got 6 of that one. So that means, you know what, I could put a darker center to it, so like this. So as you can see, I don't have 7, but I have here. So that means I have an other color. Hi, thank you for explaining. Yeah, they're bright yellow. Okay. We can also have them in yeah, you can get synthetic fill, yes. Shamoosh. So I have really a lot of these in different colors. I am going to show you another day. I have 1.5 hours for my disposal today now. I have given myself a break because I have to be very busy, as you know, to make space for a lot of more things to come up here. So, and I just have 10 days to do it. So, yeah, I need to be busy, but I also know with myself, I like sort of to be creative. I can't sit a whole day without making anything. So I'm doing, as Sue says, I'm making these paper straws for my baskets because I have so many thoughts about them. And as you know, I have them here behind me, right here. If I lift up, you can actually see these are the one I have weaved out of these flyers from the supermarket. So that's why I am making a lot of straw for it. And I am making for a new little chest of drawers, as you call it. Yeah. So thank you, Lynn. Yeah. So I am going to make everything self. I have promised myself to, because it does that you are busy and you're relaxing by sitting doing something creative. And no, I just don't want to just go and buy some because they are pretty expensive. And you know what? I need the joy about sitting making them and know that they're sort of made of recycle materials. So again, we are doing like this here. Yes. Thank you, Lynn. Yeah. I don't know if you can actually bleach them. Um, but you have to, sometimes the bleach, if it's not cleaned very much out, it can change the dye color to it. You can also use these if you have a IKEA, these very cheap fleece blankets, that has this fleece, thin fleece. You can use them. Yeah. So, and here we have it. As you can see, you can open it up. It's more like how thick these are. Yeah. So I am so happy that we can sort of inspire each other and give great ideas here. Oh, yes, yes, yes. My water. Just a minute. Yes, I'm really. Yeah. not good of remembering. I'll go and fetch some water. Yeah. So I need to drink my water. Oh, I don't know about the eating. Um, I think it's some hours ago. See, here it is, the blue one. As you can see, you can actually, if you mix the shades in the flower, you can make them more natural looking. But as you can see, we talked about the blue. This shade of blue, it might be good. And perhaps, as we talked about, the darker blue, black, gray kind of rose. But of course, that's how it is. And again, if you want, you can, as you can see, they are shaped like that. Yes, 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 yes. I will, girls. Yes, I am. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that's right. Um, I'll go and fetch some. Just a minute. Ah, get some water. Yeah, I'll be back. You can look at Princess. No. Yep. So, Hello, girls. Oh, yes. Yeah. Oh, yes, Kansas will be very. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we are. Uh, okay, you are all in bed. Way to go, yeah. So yeah, I mean, you forget time when you actually. This is some colored glue I made. With this powder. Um. Oh, I can't remember what you call it, but it's like a shiny powder you mix with glue to get some shades to it. This is some leftovers, but it's still glue, so I'm using it for my, yeah, and yeah, mica powder. Yeah, mica powder glue. Um, oh yes, I mean sometimes it was really because my yesterday again I made this the time just flew by. So this is my water, and when I sort of start crafting, I do forget everything about eating, drinking. So this is my, as you can remember, my home baked bread. Um, yeah. Good morning, Vanessa. Um, it is so good to see you. And what I'm going to tell you here, Vanessa is the one that I sort of challenged with my hat, because I know Vanessa is very great at making steampunk. So I have showed her, and again, people complain that I do it in a 9 hours marathon when I do my things. Actually, I want to say to my defense, this is my first one. Um, so what I have done is I have showed how, and if you want to see how I make this, it is 6 hours into the 9-hour live stream. My marathon, Happy Love from Emma, and a 1920s inspired hat. And today as you know, I showed you how to make the roses. I do, Lynn. I keep telling people, you know what? What that is surprising me is you're actually sitting there and wasting your own time with something that you can only complain about. So I suggest that just, mute the stream or find another channel. I'm sure there's somebody else out there making something maybe similar or something. Yeah. So, but no, I can show you, Vanessa. The girls just want me to. I started off making the flowers. They want me to remember to eat. Yeah. So I'll show you. Yeah. 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 I enjoyed it very much, Joey. Really? Yeah. I keep watching them. But I think my channel, I mean, it is also about hygge, because I'm Danish. Yeah. Oh, I love that. Yeah, I'll show you. Except, I mean, yeah. I mean, that's what makes us who we are. Yeah, exactly. Mm, yeah. This is as Kansas say, and so this is hygge. I mean, this is chat, and you girls meet and chat, and I mean, it's so nice to see you also are connected in hygge group. Yeah. So I mean, that's the important thing. Mm. Yeah, Joey doing a great thing. I keep saying that. Because you are, Joey. You are a wonderful inspiration for, I mean, the newcomers. We have Finland, Turtle, Great, yeah. So it's good to see you. Yeah. I'll grab some water. Get my legs down. And as you know, I also make this is some of my homemade paper. And as you know, this is also something I make into roses. You know, for flat roses, you can make it out of anything. But when I do the petals for paper roses, to make sure that it is not getting too flat, if you imagine you're doing like this, what I'm actually doing is cut it up like this and glue it like this. So you actually make it a little like this, and then you can actually sort of make any kind of flower around like this. So, and it depends on how much you sort of fold it like this. You can make it round like this and put them into it. Yeah, exactly, Lynn. Poked up flowers, yes. And this made very beautiful flowers because it has this good quality, and at the same time it's soft. That's the new color I made. Yeah. Hello, Tracy. Oh my god, I have missed you. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you. I mean, my WhatsApp is down, so I haven't been able to. Oh, oh, that is something lovely to see, Tracy. It because somebody has I have missed you so much, but somebody has made like fake update something for WhatsApp, and the problem is that they sort of have put a virus or something into it, so the phone company has sort of closed it down here in Denmark. I have made this, Tracy, and we are going to make the roses here. I am lowering you down. I mean, I am very happy that. Oh, oh, I have missed you so much. Yes, and my Skype is not working. So, hello, Miss Kitty. Oh, thank you, Tracy. Yeah, it has been like, I mean, I don't know what going on here in Denmark. So as we can see, I'm showing you how to make these in a close-up, and I know Tracy, my wonderful Tracy, has made some too. when I made my first video, it is a while ago, I made this. I have made this now. The pattern for it. This dark red is actually real. As you can see, this is a real wool felt, and this is actually the Shamish cloth, but this is the real deal of wool. As you can see, it is really similar and absolutely a lot cheaper to use this. This is some leftovers from a jacket. Yeah. So this is the best filled. Yeah. So that's why I make it out of this chamois cloth, as you remember, or some. This is viscose filled. So what we are going to do is we are taking 7 of these. Sometimes I use 6, but 7 here. What I'm going to do is here, in this case, I don't use thread. I'm using, as we call it, a wood glue. That has been mixed with mica powder because this is the white stuff here. And also, yeah. So as again, I keep telling people that is why I sort of ask Chopper to save his matches, used matches like this. You can also, of course, use a toothpick if you don't have matches, but I like to have so it's like a little firm. This is a very watery glue, so it's not particularly good. So we are taking the other one here. So as you can see, it is mica powdered wet glue, but it's still glue. It's not so watery. Yeah, I have really missed you, Tracy. And I have even tried to send you a packet, but it seems the post service keep losing their mail. Yeah. 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 So, and as you can see, it is simply by rolling like this. Yeah, they do, Lynn. Or you can get these very cheap fleece blankets like this in one color. You can also this black one of mine is made out of very cheap fleece blankets. Oh, so you can actually have them in IKEA. I get a lot of mine in IKEA. Like these very cheap fleece blankets. You can have one for 20. I mean, a tenner. Um, in bright colors. Um, so you can do it, and these yummies is. No, I know that, Tracy. I love you, darling. I know. You can also get these chamois cloth in. Sometimes you can get them in Flying Tiger, and these very cheap fleece blankets. But they started to have only these with a lot of colors into them. Sometimes I'm actually lucky that I find some very special colors. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Vanessa, you can use old baby blankets if they're made out of fleece. Or you can use any other fabric. I know Tracy has made some very beautiful ones in beautiful fabric. So, but I know you can see what I'm doing here. It is for you girls. Oh, that is okay. That is a far away, Tracy. Yeah. I mean, IKEA is very worldwide, I think. Pretty. Yeah. See, it is, and yes, and again, this was actually these yellow chamois cloth. I just gave them some blue dye, and that means when the blue hit the yellow, that turned green. So sometimes I dye them. Oh yes, silk. We do some wonderful. And here we got the white one, as you can see. Yeah, that's okay, Vanessa. You just take your time. No hurry, no rush. Mm. But I'm looking forward to see it. I'm going to make 2 more of these here. I hope you can see it. Mm, I'm glad to hear that. I mean, it is so wonderful to get inspired and make something and, make a thing and ask another person to actually make the same thing but put their touch to it. And I really like that. I mean, you can put your touch to it. You can also, put some sprinkle on it or water droplets. Little drops of glue to with sprinkle or glitter glue. So you would get, and again, the reason why it is so colorful is because it is some leftover with mica powder into it. So but as it is glue, it is useful as glue too. A colorful one. So, and I like to use the leftovers, when I'm done with a project. And as I see it, there's no need to waste some good glue. Oh, that sounds great. Yeah, I mean, so do I, Tracy. I mean, you learn all the times. I mean, it's give you new ideas and how to make them. Oh, shoot, Tracy hasn't heard it. Um, yeah. So, uh, as you can see here. Oh, yeah. And as you can see on the leaves, Vanessa, I take almost half of them like this. This is like, so it goes a little bit up like this. And cover up like this. And you know, sometimes, as you can see, it's not always I hit the same shade of green, but in this case, it's okay because real flowers sometimes have 3 different shades of underleaves. So as you can see here, and as you can also see, if you want to make these this rose sphere, you simply put them down like this. As you can see, you can actually make it around, and like this. You need just one more. And you start up by making like this, and then you simply build up with roses like this, to make these other one that there will be need one more, and you sort of switch and build it up. Yeah, it's exactly they are. And as I told you, even in roses I did miss, so I have used a different shade in the center of this one. I don't know if you can actually see it, but it has a little darker, more bright shade of blue. So you can actually, make a dark red center and put some. If you're actually doing it, you can start with the white, or put the red around it so you have a white center part, or you can actually take these and just dip in colored ink and make them sort of draw the colors into the leaves, so you get these dark edges, but it get brighter and brighter. um this is definitely also a way to do it. But yes, you can make a very wonderful. I actually made one wedding bouquet out of these flowers. I made it in yellow and white, a very light shaded yellow, and white roses, actually that yellow together, and some very light pink ones. And as you can see, I even got orange, this color, and this is the deep marine color that we actually talked about. Might be the color for the hat, this color, roses, um, and perhaps this darker shade of blue or gray. So I like to sort of, start up making a bunch of roses. Yeah, you can actually variegate the colors. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Tracy. Yeah. So you can actually build up a lot of these. Sometimes I do, I make what you might call a unicorn color, but it's okay. Yes, you do that. Thank you for coming by, Angela, Vanessa. It was so good to see you. Um, yeah, I will find a space for these. I got something over here for them. I can make one more. So you can actually see it, and I do have a lot of these different colors already prepared. Because I like to sometimes sit down and just, cut out and prepare. You have a great day, Vanessa. So I have a lot of prepare. So, because sometimes I like, when you sort of get the idea, now I want to make a bunch of flowers. And you know what? Then I already got the petals or everything ready for it. And sometimes you simply enjoy just, it is like a satisfaction just to sit and cut things. Yeah. Yes, it is. I mean, it is a great thing to do. Um, as you can see, it has been a while because it has thickened a lot here in this. So I'm using a thinner glue to sort of mix it up. Yes, it's okay. You know what? Thank you so much for coming by. Love you too, Sue. Love you very much. And bless and hugs. I have really missed you. I'm also so happy to see a lot of you girls today because it was not, I mean, in my mind that I should go live streaming, but yes, you do that, sweetheart. I will. And you take care too, Tracy, promise. My sweetheart, you take care. Yes. Love you. Kiss, kiss, kiss for you. Oh, so much love. And both Glacialis and Chopper has asked for you. I can tell them now that I have you're lovely here. Love you. I hope it is easy for you girls to see actually what I'm doing. I have invented this because so you can actually see when I'm crafting, because that's also one of the things some have complained about, they can't see what I'm doing. I'm not professional. And I sort of shake my head, and I accidentally was so, bad person, and just wrote to the lady that if she didn't think I was professional, what I'm doing, I suggested her to sort of search the YouTube for another professional and leave the amateur for me. I have to admit that. I know sometimes it's maybe not a nice answer, but I mean, um, yeah. So how you ask is how you get the answer. I keep saying. I mean, and if you are asking sort of, head shaking questions, don't expect a genius answer, because sometimes I think people forgot to sort of won't say it. Isn't it beautiful? And of course you can variegate it. And what I was talking about is when you have done the rows like this, you could eventually take and make like, a die in a bucket, and simply take the finished rows like this and let the color sort of draw up into it. And since it is this chamois cloth, it will suck up the color. Yeah. And the openness you are getting by sort of shaping the absorb into it. Yes. And these are very absorbent because they are actually meant for cleaning. So it will stick, and if you use very good wood glue, it will still hold the rows. So and as you can see, you can also sort of drip some drips from a hot glue gun or some glitter glue into it to give it some raindrops. I can show you, but I don't have time for it now, but how you can actually make it frosted so it looked like a window rose. Now it was just important for me to show you how to make the rose like this. And then I really need to go and close my window. It is freezing cold here. I have just, aired out. You can use bleach without the stabilizer. I have done that. But the problem is total bleach is not absorbent, so it can be very difficult to color. Yes, I need to go close my windows, but because that's also because when we are smoking, when Chopper has been home and we are two people smoking, I don't like my apartment to stink of smoke. Yes, you can also use a cheap filter. Absolutely, it doesn't have to be so expensive. I mean, I started out with cheap felt. Actually, sometimes I'll say that the cheap felt. Let me try to make one of the real wool felt after I have closed the window, and you can actually see the difference. It is very stiff to work with, and yeah, I would say this is much softer. Yeah. So I just need to put this on here before it's dry out. And then I like to lift the screen a little bit. to see you girls. So, and I hope I have done this justice. As you can see, this is actually also a very good color, perhaps for the hat together here, a brighter color. So, but I need so much to close my windows, girls. And I better remove my water before my phone end up in my water. So, oh, it is so much open, and it is pretty cold now, but the air fresh. Because I have opened both ways like this and see how much I can do now. here I'm back. Thank you, girls. Oh, hello, Kathleen. Oh my goodness. Oh, hey, aloha. Oh my God, and Tracy came by. Oh, see, I want to show you. See, I have made a new design in homemade paper like this. So for summer, I am going to, sort of learn. You can buy round papers. Ah, yes. And today we have been making roses. Oh my goodness. I'm so happy. And look, Kathleen, I made a hat like this. Yeah, when I make it, yes. But first I need to crochet some new ones for you because the first one I shipped off are lost. So I lost Tracy's. I lost Teresa's, and I lost one packet for you because of the post strike. I am so frustrated, but there's nothing you can actually do about it. Just smile. But of course I am. So it is on me. I mean, so I think I'll see, because I do know this was my practice ones. Yeah, smile. I mean, and see, look, I'm so proud. Almost ready now to I can do like this now, but not more like this. But I can assure you it helps a lot that I can at least do like this, but I can assure you I can feel it. So I hope your shoulder is better than mine, but at least I don't have the same amount of pain into it. So, oh, you're welcome. Of course. I mean, you do that for your friends and loved ones. And I did also light one for Sue. And of course, I mean, yeah, Ray, what was it I was going to show you here? Soto? Yeah, I might have that. So, but maybe in the new year, I am sort of, pension. That means I got a social status. So, because I got a paycheck, never tried that before. Yeah, of course I have, but I normally have my own paycheck, make my own money, but now it is the government, so I don't know. But we buy them like this. These chamois cloths. So, and as you can see, we can actually get them in all kind of colors. Here I have a bright green, a blue, turquoise, pink, and we can also get them in white, and we can get them with little holes into it, if you can actually see it. So you can actually embroidery, make a cross stitch embroidery. Yeah. So and I give about for 10 of these like this. They're that big here, and for 10 of these is 10 kroner. So It only cost 1 krona for a sheet like this here in Denmark, and different stores has them in different colors. And as you know, sometimes when I have dyed my yarn, I simply take some of these and I also use them. I mean, then I color them and make them into petals. And also when they are so, I mean, washed out, that I take the nicer part of it. Yes, auto departments. Thank you, Kathleen. Yes. And what I'm doing, I'm actually washing them first, so I give them a good wash in the washer with hot water, so all the stiffness is washed out from them. So yeah, the other thing was I was going to make here, because I have as you can see here. See, look at this. These are actually rose petals, pre-cut rose petals. So what I was actually thinking about is to figure out what to use. And as you can see, these are all dyed in different shades. And I have two big boxes with them. Here they are. Actually, these are the one I was looking for. As you can see, here are the colors for the hat here. So I think these are going to be the roses for this hat here, and maybe I'll put a black ribbon. Start with a white black silk ribbon, and then simply add these roses in style what I did with the white one. Yeah, so and that's why I you know, keep all these boxes, and sometimes I sit down and just cut out rose petals. Then I simply just have a great day time for it. Let's try to make one actually. With these colors. And this is actually the lighter color of the hat here. But let's start with the blue. And in this case, we will only take 6 pillows for each rose. Let's begin with this one. You use them for car wash, class? No. I'm here. So, yeah. You're never going to lose me, hopefully. So, and another thing I am going to be busy with is because I just found out that my winter boots are, yeah, they're a hole in my new winter boots, and I just throw out the old one because they were so not so good. And yesterday when I was out, it was freezing, it was cold, it was raining, and when I get home my feet was wet and cold. And I actually found out that they haven't sort of yeah, and unfortunately it is out of reach because there's only 2 weeks of reclamation on them, and I had them in 3 weeks. And in dry weather they're okay, but don't go. And it actually rain boots, and that means that I with some wool lining into them. But I actually found out that they're not sort of glued properly or something, but I can't see a physical hole into them. But I do know that water is actually seeping in. So yeah, um, no, it's absolutely it should be a waterproof boot because it is a rain boot, right? I mean, you expect them to be waterproof. So yeah, I don't think about it. Yeah, I have been there, but he said it has something to do with the way they have. I can show you. Um, see, see the problem. See the problem. He said it is this, and it can be very fine holes in here because the water is seeping in down here. What I have done now, as you can see, they're not even one out, but it could be like a pinhole or something because I have checked everywhere. It's not even loose here, but he said it can simply because, yeah. So what I'm actually going to try is to take some gaffer tape or Dutch tape and simply give it a line of black Dutch tape all around here, because you can actually see it is like it's not glued tight here. It has slipped, and he said it is simply because it is not made properly. as you can see, these were meant for winter. And the reason is I choose this kind of style is because we always have water, rain, winter, wet winter. And you know what? Even if you buy these very expensive Gore-Tex, you know what? They won't last because they are extreme wet weather and they're only for like lightweight rain, as you call it. So that's definitely a bummer. So I'm actually started to wear a plastic bag inside my food before I sort of go out now. Yeah. So what I actually have done is I have found my old pattern because I have actually stitched my own boots for my son, and these are still waterproof, and that means I have just found the pattern for it. This is the front. Hello, Susan Baker. No, this is the front. This is also the front. This is the small one. This is actually the side for it, as you can see, like this. And these are actually made out of oilcloth. And then I have these, so you actually string it. This is the bigger one. And this is the front here. So I am going to see if I can sort of repeat the success and make a brand new pair like this, but in other case I don't know if I have time for it, so hopefully I will. This is for the heel cap, and yeah, but then I need to figure out, because then I have to buy the rubber sole, and that I simply made out of double up flip-flop soles, and got the shoemaker to put an extra sole to it, but I don't know. So Chopper has said to me I have to stay inside until we get a better pair for me. But well, I will of course show you how to make some boots. So I made a pair for my son, actually. So yeah, shall we take some roses? I can show you the roses. I can give you 20 more minutes. Yes. It is so happy to see all of you wonderful friends here. And we got Susan, Kathleen. It's so good to see you. And I'm also sorry for yours. So So pretty happy to see you. I have been missing you. So let's go down here so you girls can see. Let me see if you can see what I'm actually doing. Can you see what I'm doing here? Oh, you're welcome. Yes, we all do that, Kathleen, and it is totally understandable. For me, it is actually. Yes, and you too, Susan. I'm so happy to see you. I mean, it is so grateful for me to see my friends. Especially those that don't complain I'm talking too much. Yeah. But you know what? I know I do that. People keep telling me you're talking too much. So, yeah. And I promised myself, I want to be crafty and relaxing here because it is Sunday, so no cleaning, no, just few things. No, they don't talk enough. Thank you, Kathleen. Yeah, so let's get painting here. I need something to set it in center. I'm not sure because I need to have. No, it is different shades. Yeah. They might. Okay. You know what? I'll think about that. I think also it's because people are, when I'm on, people are like having it like a crafting a day with me, they're knitting or busy with something else. And of course I don't mind that. It is nice to be inspired with this. And again, this is just some leftovers Mica glue, but oh, you are? It is only for you. Another thing is, if you wash these, you can make them softer by putting some fabric softener into hot water and suck your cloth, this yarn cloth, into it. So it actually binds the softness into it, because otherwise they can be a little rough but get a softer look on them. But I cannot recommend it for your clothes, what you have to wear. But I actually never use fabric softener for my clothes or my towels or anything. I only use it in craft supply, or if my hair is very static, you can actually use. Now I only got 6 leaves here, but again, we do the same like this. Roll it. Like this here. But it was actually very fun and enjoyable. I have that marathon. It went very, I mean, I never thought about how quick it went. So, yeah. And here we have it. There's 6 leaves. Oh, your first cup of coffee. Yeah. It doesn't give so much different that you only have 6 of them like this, but like this is pretty good. Yeah. So here it is. And what we are going to do is to take these other leaves for it. And as you can see, I cover half of it, and it's simply just like this cut. And you can make your own size for it. And like the petals. And that's what it actually make it more beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, both of you. As you can see. And then you simply, as you notice, I cut the excess of this helping matchstick. You can, of course, instead of glue, you can use a wire. But here it is, actually, as you can see. And these are the roses that actually are glued like this all around the frame of the other hat, as you can see through here. Here you can actually see them. I don't need to take them out, but all around like this. So, and of course, when you're doing it, you actually start this direction from the back, like this. Or you can put them like this. It depends on, I mean, if you only want them in the back or in the side, you can sort of make like shape to it. Put them up like this, or as I do, I like to have them like this. But that's something I have to try out. Here again, we have 6 petals for this one. Normally for the big ones, I have 7. In this case, there's 3 of each, and I can see I have a lot of shades to it, because as you know, this is actually here. If you show, I can actually get, I'll see if I can fidget here. This is actually that many. This is the amount of petals you actually can cut out of one sheet of this sham cloth. Um, and I can see I have already made some of these blue. The same with the red, and I have the yellow to it. And as you can see, I go what we call 2 centimeters, but maybe a half an inch or something up with glue. In this case, I'm using wood glue, and I know it actually have this mica powder into it, but I have made some decoration with these mica powdered colored wood glue, and found out that it just stood there and get thicker and thicker. But other ways you can actually use fabric glue. Um, you can also, of course, use glue stick, but it's not strong enough. And be careful not to use a watery glue. I mean, it has to be sort of like a little thickness into it, like this, as you can see, so it doesn't run together as fast as like a Mod Podge, because you need it to sort of stick. Basically, because it is shamrock, these are very absorbent, so it will only make it wet, and that means it will not glue. It will simply be too wet to glue. So actually, just this is the cheapest wood glue that I found in a supermarket. For 15 krona for a big one, or you can use it the cheapest fabric glue. Because I actually think it's give the most beautiful. And sometimes even if you sort of use these thread or strings, um, the rows can accidentally sort of fall from each other. And it is stronger to use. Or of course, if you have a very, very good hobby glue, but it has to be a thick glue. To do it. As you can see here, now we put them up like this, and when you sort of, shake them like I do, you open them up like this, And of course, if you want, you can also choose one of these barbecue skewers and make a longer stick to it if you want them in a vase like this. And you can actually make these like a like this if you take them and glue them on some steel wire like this, so you have like a rose leaf to it besides putting on this. But as you can see, I cut them off here because these are of course going to be used on in a crafty way. So you can actually make a bouquet of flowers. You can make like a wedding bouquet of flowers. I am going to show you. So you can actually make it entirely out of felt. And you can actually also make them like, you know, a hairband, like a tiara with roses. And as you can see now, we have them like this because we need to have them parallel. So like this. And then I think we are going to have a white, black silk ribbon like this in the background here. I had a very tall black silk ribbon and put these blue make them in different shades of blue and gray. We talked about all around here. Maybe a black rose, I don't know, sort of sneak some black roses into it. You can also, you know, just leave like this and make in one side, like it's, you know, here. So the roses are going like this. So you have them here, or make like something in the back. And if you even fancy, you can, yeah, you can actually cover them like you will. So fancy it up a little bit. If you like to. Yeah, love you too, Soto. I'll make the last one here. Oh, thank you for coming by. I am sure it is, and you are going to see it like this. So happy to see you. We were also talking about taking some black netting, perhaps around it. And I'm very excited to see how it is going to look like as a steampunk version. Oh, it is. We had a little sun here today too, Kathleen, but freezing cold. But you know what? It doesn't matter as long as the sun is shining. I mean, it gives something to you when the sun is up. I really like that. I'm so happy. Yeah, here it is pitch black now. It is 5 o'clock in the afternoon in Denmark. It's 10 a.m. All right. Yes. I am quite ahead of you girls, and I still so thankful that you celebrated. Okay, it is 11 a.m. at your house, Susan. Yeah, I can admit, I can assure you, you saved my New Year's evening by joining me, and I feel so happy. I mean, I got into a new year with almost my crafty friends, and you got to see live firework from Denmark and celebrate New Year 7 hours before yours even started. I hope you got very good into the new year, all of you. Yeah, so it is actually, yeah, 5 o'clock afternoon now, and it is pitch black outside. Yeah, I saw some American firework in the news. They sort of made around the world New Year's. celebrations. Yeah, so I think I'm stopping here because I also need to have something done. to Yeah, because I need to make space for my stuff. Because you know what, Kathleen, they have actually, solved the problem that I can take all my stuff, right, from my basement, put it into a public room. Okay, it is locked, but everybody has a key to it. And at the same place, they have all these free to loan out bicycles. And first of all, it is another. I live in number 12, and it is under number 14. Yep. So he was very happy that I have found that solution that I could take all, and I have to share it with 3 other people. And of course, I have a key because everybody has a key to lock themselves into that room. And I said, no way. No, 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 no. So I have been sort of, been down there, and how much space would I need to simply bring everything up, and it is going to be look very hoarded, very crowded, but I don't care because I don't want to put my things a public place where everybody, okay, it's locked, yes, but everybody has a key that fit to the lock. So no way. And when I asked, do your insurance company, I mean, if it gets stolen, no, it is your only responsibility. So it is. Oh, thank you. I'm glad to hear that. So I can assure you everything is going up here. So that's how it is. I was totally shocked when he very happy told me that, of course, we are, yeah. So no way, no, 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 no. And I told them, I can assure you, I want my room back. And if I find out somebody else has tried to nick it when I'm not in it, I can assure you, I am going to sort of break that person's lock and empty every crap of that person's things out, because it has my name and my apartment number onto that door. So nope. So I am going to sort of make space, and I have made so I can, open the back door, so I can pick it up from the back stairs. I don't like the stairs, but I hope my son can help me a little bit. But other ways, I have to do it myself, because Chopper can't carry heavy things. So what I can carry in my right hand, it is going to be like that. And that means I have to go up and down the stairs for a couple of times, but that be it. So, yep. And see here, I got 3 wonderful roses. Like this, you can actually see how great is this going to look. So the question is, do I need only the 3 of them or all the way around? But I can sort of cover, raise them up like this. That's something we are going to find out the day I have sort of stitched it finished. So I would like to have blue roses all around it because I think that's great. And then I'll find a black silk ribbon to put inside. Yeah, I was talking about then I'll find some black silk ribbon or ribbons that could sort of waterfall in the back. And then I would see if I have a black crochet thing to, you have seen these horse riders that have these that you make a ponytail like this and put all your hair into a hairnet underneath. And then we talked about making some black knitting or something around here. So, and this is going to be different shades of blues. And perhaps, I don't know, a black one, but I'll stick to the black ribbon, make the flowers blue, and make the black accessories to it. But for now, I need to find myself a new fine needle because, as you can see, I still need to stitch, but my needle actually broke for me. So yeah, I have only managed to stitch some of it, close it down here. So, and you can see the beneficiation of having like this to rest, so it looked like a rose glory. Yep. So it simply broke. So I do have a lot of needles, but they are quite big, so yeah. So thank you, Kathleen. So yeah. And yeah. And as you can see, I have where I'm wearing it to, I don't know. I don't go much places. So, but as you can see, it is a similar size to this one. I can wear it as my crafted queen crown thing. I'm never invited out any places, but it's okay. So as you can see, it is going to be like this one. Now I have my braids on top of my head, but as you can see here, this is the tulle down here. Instead, I want to make it so it's go lower in the head and my, yeah, let's find out how to do it. But I like this one. Oh yes, you too. And thank you for coming by. I'm so glad to see you. So I am also going off now. I have been here 3 hours and it is going to be, I need to go and make some space for my things downstairs. So thank you for being here with me, and it was so lovely to see Tracy and Sue. It has been a very wonderful, and Joey and Susan, I hope we'll see you again later. So, and thank you. And you have a great day, Susan. Yeah, it is almost 6:30 here now, so it is supper time. I am not kidding. I want to show you something before you go, Susan. Try to hang on. I'll show you. I just need to plug off here. Have a look at the window. Can you actually see it is pitch black here in Denmark. Oh, yes. Oh, hey, Jenny. Yeah, I am off to go, but I promise you I'll be back again. Can you see it is pitch black? And I'll even show you my clock up here, if you can see it. Can you see it? This is the time here in Denmark. It is good to see you, Jenny. Yeah. So, yeah, I am at 7 hours. I think it is 7 hours. I'm ahead of you girls. So, and what I'm actually going to do, as you can see, I have a storage over there. I'm preparing to figure out how to sort of put things away. But it's okay. So I just need to plug it in here again. So, and Chaba was so kind yesterday. Chaba actually gave food yesterday. So I didn't even have to cook yesterday. It was so nice because he sort of gave baked potatoes from our local pizzeria, and that's something we not very often do. So we had a very, very nice day yesterday. So yeah. So it is like it is. Yeah, but you know what, Susan, sometimes you have to sort of spoil yourself, right? I mean, do something that you normally don't do, and even instead of sort of keep sort of being depressed and keep everything is I mean, don't ruin your life for it. I mean, honestly, if you can't change it, there's no reason to go and make yourself angry for something you can't change. So, but no way I am going to put all my things in a public room, a locked public room where everybody has a key to it. I'm not that crazy. So I can assure you I am going to find a space for it here, and because it is a lot of craft things, and sometimes you I mean, then it has to be hoarded or crowded or anything. But you know what? It has to be bad before the good comes. And sometimes it might be a good idea, because then you can actually say, okay, do I really need this? Or is it just because it's here? And sometimes it can be a convenience for you that you just store it in the basement and forget all about it. And I think it's healthy for me to sort of figure out how much do I have and what do you have. And that means I have a big closet or a storage unit, and I was thinking, you know what, I am going to empty it and see what have I hidden in there for the last 25 years. And if it's you need to go through it, and I still have something from when my stepdad died. I have to go through. But I mean, then this must be the time for it, and so yeah, that's how it is. And of course, we have a lot of other things here. All my beautiful baskets here. As you know, I am going to start to make some nice stuff out of it. And I don't know if you saw this, Susan, but this is an example on the new design that will come for summer. I only made 5 of them. So when I start a new batch of homemade paper like this, I am also, of course, going to make some round ones. And I actually saw it because you can also fold it like this. So you can actually make like a little envelope, if I remember correct, something like that, and fold it down like this. So, and put a like like wax on it, and put a stamp to it like this, and you can sort of write the message of the letter inside, fold it like this, and simply close it. Yeah. So, and this is a very thin one, but I am going to make it a little more heavyweight, like the other paper, So, oh, thank you. And of course, I mean, you can also make a circle like this if you have a circle or a plate. Take a plate, make a circle, cut it out, make a letter out of some very beautiful paper, and you can fold it like this and make like a little envelope letter. I know that did it. I have seen on the National Museum. Actually, that's how you actually wrote a letter. In the old time, sometimes it was like a round piece of cloth, and people has sort of written all over it. And sometimes I saw one. She has started like this. There was an error, and she simply write in the circle like this, like a spiral, all the way into the center, and it ended up with a heart. It was like a love letter or something, and then she has done like this and simply put her wax onto it and stamp. And what I was actually thinking is that you can actually use some very like a candle. If you take like this dark colored candle like this, or these crayons, I'm not sure, but if you take like this and you simply drip this onto it, and to make a stamp, I was actually thinking about taking an old coin, and you can actually glue it with a very strong glue onto a cork screw from a cork bottle, wine bottle, and take that coin and take the nice side for it, or if you have a foreign coin, and use that as like when this candle wax is sort of stiffened, you can actually sort of print the coin into the candle wax to close it. Um, so that was some of the ideas I got when I sort of got my inspiration from the museum. How can you make it like this? And I found out I had this set that I sort of glued, and yep, and as you can see, it worked out very well. So yeah, glad you think that. So yeah, I mean, so and sometimes you need to take these breaks, Susan and Jenny, where you sort of, put your brains on another channel to get things done. Sometimes, I mean, it is important, as we talked about, not to stress about things, but also allow yourself to take a break. And sometimes it might clear your head, and it is easier to sort of, I have 10 days for clearing out. And people, are you not stressed? No, there's no need to stress. Oh, you have been finger painting. Yeah, oh, thank you, Susan. Yeah, I mean, because but it was a success. I believe in the good Lord, and you know what? I'll find space for it, and think we'll do. So yeah, I like finger painting. I saw a Chinese guy make these paintings, flowers, where he dropped paint on a paper and used his fingers to sort of smooth them out. Flower. Mm. Yeah. Mm. So, but what have you been making, Susan? Of crafty things. So, yeah. Um, as you can see, I just made some more roses. Mm. Okay, yeah. Mm. I hope it will heal well. I remember, but I was thinking about reading or relaxing. So, of course, yeah, we don't want you to sort of overdo your wrist, but as you can see, I just made this. This was the red one I made in the beginning of my stream here. So, yep. And I also made a white one. Oh, that is also something. Yay. Thank you, Susan. I mean, I have days where I just. Oh, Jenny. Thank you. Yeah. You know what? When my shoulder was worst, I couldn't do anything. So I simply did that. I sat down and sort of got inspiration from a lot of other girls on YouTube crafting videos, and read a good book, and relaxed, and just wrote down good ideas. So mm, Yeah, I really like the red roses and the white ones. So yeah, and this is my very home baked lovely bread with jam and cheese. Mm. I'm not so fancy of butter on my bread. On the cheese, if I have a cheese sandwich or cheese, it's like putting butter on butter. So when I have a cheese sandwich, I like to put jam underneath it. So yeah. So yeah, well, it is 6:30 now. So, and I have been 3.5 hours. So that's what I promised myself. And I have to admit it has been very lovely to see all of you girls. Thank you so much. And I hope we'll see each other soon again. And Susan promised, and you too, Jenny, no such things as overdo your wrists. You might get rid of your brace, but keep it safe, both of you. Promise? Yes, oh, I'll be so happy. And for you too, have a great day. And yes, here it is evening. Love you. See you soon. And then we are going further with the beautiful hat. Yes. Bye, lovely ones. I love you. Take care. Promise, all of you. And remember, God is good all the time. Love you. Yeah. Hope so too, Jenny. So